What is up, YouTube? How's everybody out there doing today? I hope you guys are having a freaking awesome day. I know it's been a hot minute since I made a video, but I figured today would be a good video time to make a video about this beautiful white 1998 Firebird. Yes, it's a Firebird, but the problem with this Firebird is it has a V8 in it. Yes, a big giant 5.7 liter fully built heads cam fast intake V8 engine in this Firebird. This used to be a V6 Firebird way back in the day. This guy came to me at the old shop in Ephrata and we swapped the V6 motor out of this car and put a Camaro SS 5.7 in it, and then did a whole bunch of other work to it at the same time, and yada yada. And this is basically how it sits right now. We just got done doing some things. I'm going to be getting ready to do some late model lighting, headlights and motors in this thing, the LED headlights. I got the same ones in my car. I love them. But I'm going to be doing that here to finish this thing up. But before we get this video started, I want to talk to you about a sponsor, which I'm going to introduce to you guys right now. Let me introduce you to some jump boxes that a company sent me by the name of Gand. Yes, it's probably a Chinese company, as you guessed, but they sent me all three of their products, which I'm actually pretty happy about. This one here is going to be my own personal one. Let's get this out of here. This is model number JQ3500. It'll jump up to a gas 10.0 liter or diesel 8.5 liter. So as you guys can guess, this sucker is going to stay charged. And in my Duramax, it comes with a cool little flashy light on the top. It's really bright, and it's fully charged. It took a while to charge all three of these up. I'm not going to lie, probably a full day of charging from dead. I've tested all of these. These are very good products. So this one here I tested first, and this thing from a dead battery jumped vehicles here at the shop very fast. It reads out a voltage reading and everything. These are a little different. This JQP 3750 and this JQP 2250 has 3,750 amp jump starter. This one's a 2250 amp jump starter. But these are neat because they not only have flashlights here. Let me pull one of these out of here. There we go. Actually, in my opinion, they have better flashlights, but all of these products have blinking lights and also SOS lights, and then off. This one here has a red light, red blinking light. I think these just have regular white blinking lights. But the other thing is this also has a pump as well. So if you hold this in, you have a pump inside of here. And if you hold it down, if you hold something down, there we go. Let's turn her off. But if you hold it down, you get the pump going. And right here is your pump screw in, so you can pump up your tires and all that fun stuff. On the side of all three of these, you have charging ports. And then on all three of these as well, you have the jump ports as well, which is actually really convenient. And all of them as well have a little box at the bottom. And inside this box is all your accessories. You got your jump cables. You have a car charger. You have a charging cable that's a USB to Type-C. You have your tire inflator plus another bunch of stuff for like basketballs. If you want to blow up a basketball or soccer ball or something, you can use it for that. It also comes with a Type-C to Type-C charger as well, just so you know. But yeah, very nice product. The only gripe I have about their product is it would be cool if they included some sort of carry bag to put all this stuff in to keep it all together instead of just, you know, having the box. But you know, you can have the box too, but boxes get torn up, you all know that. But anyways, guys, not a bad little product. I have companies that send me products all the time for testing, and this is one of them, and I'm actually pretty happy with it. I'll probably give one to Zach, keep in his car, and I'll keep one in my truck and probably do something with the other one. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll just keep it at the shop here for shop use possibly. But there you go, guys. Gand, whatever you want to call it. If you look it up, I think they're on Amazon. I'll put a link down below in the video. Go check them guys out. What we're going to be doing with this guy today is the windows don't work. Windows don't work. The radio goes in and out from time to time. We're going to pull that freaking key out because that's getting on my nerves. So if you guys know anything about the 1998 Firebird formulas, Trans Ams, Camaros, Z28s, SSs, they have a issue with, I think it's called the body control module or whatever the heck it is, where there's some soldering that needs to be done because the solder joints break. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this one out of here because this is having that issue. And excuse the mess of the vehicle, but it is underneath the front dash there. So we got to take this plastic trim out of here, and we got to take the underskirting out from behind the glove box there and pull this sucker out, and you guys can see what it looks like. It's just a little box, nothing crazy. We're going to pull that thing out real quick and show you what it looks like. All right, so here we have our integrated body control module. Like I said, it's underneath the dash in this thing, on the right behind the glove box basically. It is kind of a pain in the butt to get out, to be honest. It's not the funnest thing to get out. It sits up here like this and you have to kind of push it down. It's really weird, but we're going to go ahead and open this up. There's a chipboard in here. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to show you what you need to solder on this setup. So once you take these little two clips here and get them out of the way, this basically opens up kind of like a suitcase, and you basically just have to take this out of here without damaging anything. Take your chipboard out, and on the back side, these actually look good. Maybe this isn't the problem. On the back side, it's those 5 guys right there, on the left hand side there. So basically, if you're looking at it, it's going to be this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one that supposedly have issues. They supposedly crack and all that fun stuff, and you can resolder them. They don't look bad, but sometimes they are bad. And I don't know what they coincide here on the other side here, but it's these little terminals here. That's what it is. So it's this relay, it looks like, of some sort, and those 3 top pieces of metal right there, the 3 top straps in the middle of the screen on your TV. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our solder iron out, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to solder those 5. We're going to resolder, heat them back up, get the solder to sit. We have a little bit of solder here we're going to use as well, and get my son in my beautiful face and go for there. Hey guys, like the beard, it's growing back in pretty dang good, isn't it? So let's get this soldered and go from there, guys. Now we're just going to use a regular solder gun, and I would recommend using the 6040 resin core wire solder. It's really, really thin. It's easy to be able to use on this as well. Alrighty, so we're going to let our solder gun heat up here a little bit. Got my cool little lights on the front of it so I can see what I'm doing. We're also going to have that light shining down on the motherboard. That way I can see what I'm doing there. And we'll probably place the camera like maybe right there. Yeah, that way you guys can kind of see what the heck I'm doing here. So the point is, you want to get just the prong hot. You don't want to get the board hot. And slowly add a puddle around there. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. You want to do that to each one of them. And you can tell when it starts really like heating up. Only takes a few seconds. The thing is, when you heat the prongs up and not the solder itself, it actually heats the solder around it, which then makes it easier to apply new solder to the circuit board. And you can tell because when I touch my solder to it, doesn't do anything, but you can always tell when it starts to get warmed up, because there we go. You can see it feeding into there. That's how you know you got that prong nice and toasty warm. I'm gonna do this one here. Heat that guy up a little bit. And we're basically making the puddle out of the old solder that's on the board, and then adding new solder. See, you can tell it's not going in that puddle yet, so it's not hot enough yet, but it's gonna get there. It's gonna get hot enough. Oh, that's a pretty puddle. That is a pretty puddle. One more to go. We'll heat this prong up, but you see it, you can always tell when it's enough or not enough, because what ends up happening is you touch it, but it doesn't do anything. It just hits it like a wall. But when that prong gets hot enough, guys, you can literally just go into it. And I'll show you here in a second. You've probably seen it already, but we'll show you again because we like demonstrations around here. Unplug our solder iron, let that cool down a good bit. And there you have it, guys. There you have it. You can see the difference in the solder joints now on this board. Hopefully this fixes this problem. And hopefully, I don't know if it will or not, but hopefully it fixes the problem. But yeah, that's what they're supposed to look like. Nice little puddle there, not connecting to anything else. But that's a good solder setup there, guys. Very, very good solder setup. Let's install it, put it back in the car, and hopefully things work. I don't know if they're going to or not, but hopefully things work, guys. But that's the fix for this body control module, is you solder them 3 joints, or solder them 5 joints on the board, put it back in, and that's supposed to cure your radio and elements that you have from your body control module affecting like your windows and other stuff in there. I don't have this with my personal Trans Am, my Formula. I don't have that problem. This guy did have that problem, and he asked me to do that for him. So that's what I'm doing it for, and I figured I'd just make a nice little video about it to show you guys how to do it too. Got the body control module back in. We're going to turn her on. Radio seems to be working. Oh, hello. Yeah, demonetized. Yeah, country. I don't like country. Radio's working. Like I said, got the module back up underneath there. Door locks are working, which is good. That window's working, which is good. This window does not work, which is not good. That's not working. Seems like everything else is going to be hunky-dory. Turn the key off here. So there you go, guys. Simple fix. The customer is explaining to me he wanted that done because of the fact that he was having issues with his radio and some other things, cruise control, I don't know, some other issues with the car. And he read up that it was that body control module. So I figured, you know, I'll do that for him. It takes about an hour, hour and a half to get it out, solder it properly, and put it back together and make sure everything's working good. Even though it doesn't look like it's cracked, it could be cracked underneath, not making a good connection. That's why you want to heat that solder up and make that really sink back in there again. Probably because of vibration and the car jumping around the road and stuff like that. It's probably why those solder joints end up starting to crack a little bit. But other than that, guys, I hope you learned something from this video. We also got some news on the GTP that's still not running because I was sold a junk transmission that's in the car right now, and that's the other transmission that I pulled out. The one me and Zach put in did not end up working. We were told it was a good transmission. I mean, we only paid $100 for it. We were told it was a good transmission. It didn't work. Very disappointing. But now I'm just going to bite the bullet and I'm going to build a transmission. I'm done playing around with these junkyard marketplace Facebook transmissions. I'm done. I'm just going to build one for it. That way Zach has a good, reliable vehicle to drive around and everything. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, Instagram, Diablo Formula Racing. And as always, guys, deuces.